texting at 1:30 in the morning. Really? What is he, a drug hippie contact or whatever?
Fuck.
I need a couple dime bags, man. Can you hook me up? Yeah. I'll be in Waterbury in about 2 hours. That fucking show's a blast.
This shit is pretty funny though.
Sending you to Vietnam. No!
No, they only take 18-year-old dropouts.
Yeah. You like that?
Huh?
You light it?
Yeah, 65 in here now.
Yeah.
Going down.
Feels nice, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be 55 by the time I get up in the morning.
Ah, stay in bed, that's all.
Yeah, okay. I didn't pay $800 for heat to fucking freeze. Fucking cat.
55 isn't freezing.
Yeah. Okay. It was 85 and you left.
All right, another New Year's over. 2016, 12 more fucking months, we'll be back doing it again. Hopefully. See you later, kitty cat. Got your food, Scott?
Yep. I might forget my phone and some other things, but
Yeah. Well, like that man in that office, you're not going to forget the food. And they better damn well remember your biscuits. Yeah. All right, Mike.
all right, Tom.
Yep. We'll see you next. Oh, we doing this Saturday or no? What are you doing Saturday, sir?
Not doing nothing.
Okay, so I guess, what are we doing this Saturday?
I'll be here.
All right. Till Saturday then, I guess. Where am I going to get a movie from?
Well, suggestions or something. I don't have a movie.
Oh, it's his car running. Well, we can always watch the rest of...
I don't have any TV shows or anything. So.
Well, we got F is for Family.
That's about it. Find something I'm never getting.
Oh, man, it's funny. Shut the fuck up! Take it easy, Mike. Good night. Till Saturday. People are trying to sleep here, man. Close your eyes and shut the fuck up. Watching my camera's still up there. Let me see. God, what the fuck is wrong with this thing now? Hold on a minute, Scott. Hold on. Fucker's broken. Alright. Well, at least it's not as cold and frosty tonight as it was last time.
I don't remember. I do not remember.
I do. I have a video somewhere of it.
Now let's count the cops.
Yeah.
One thing to have my headlight out whenever it went out, but boy, this would be a hell of a night to have my.
How come I don't see any light on my side? Yeah.
You'll know. Trust me. Lights go out this fucking thing, you'll see it.
People used to bitch about the 70s, but they never experienced today. Yeah. Used to complain about Jimmy Carter, now they wish they had him back.
Who do you think's gonna get in?
Who the fuck knows? I don't have an idea.
Who do you want to get in?
I would rather have Trump tell you the truth. Anybody but fucking Clinton.
Yeah. I have a list.
I'll take Bernie Sanders over fucking Clinton.
God, you know, right? Well, I was talking to somebody about this in Florida, and you know what I said to her? I said I got my list, starting with him. Okay, he don't make it. We work our way down to the very last Republican. Okay, now that they're not getting in, then here's the list over here. He's next on the list, you know. I don't think Sanders. I don't know.
No, Sanders, I don't think is going to be able to push Clinton out, unless she righteously gets busted for something and really fucks up
She's
really
a fucking
bad.
criminal.
Well, yeah, Bill and her both are. Except Bill's a likable criminal. She's not.
Yeah.
She's not as good a liar as he is either.
Yeah.
Although she tells as many lies as he does, but she's not as believable in it. You know?
Yeah, she doesn't
She
have
can't
the
really
charm
pull it
or
off.
charisma
No.
that he had.
She has none, either one of those things. And even if she was the nicest person in the world, I do believe also she's too fucking old.
How old is she now?
Oh God, she's in her mid-70s.
Jesus.
I mean, Trump actually is too old also.
How old is Trump?
He's got to be, I think he's 71.
Shit, I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah. You know, we need, for the situations we're facing, we need someone with some youthful, you know, vigor in there, but unfortunately that would give us another Obama clone, and we don't need that.
Carson, how old is he? He's old.
I don't know. I think he's in his 60s, but I'm not really sure. Marco Rubio's not that old. I know he's not. Jeb is ancient.
Oh, yeah.
He may be the oldest one running.
Oh, really?
Well, I believe he's the older brother, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think he may be. So that puts him, and I know George is the second there is in his 60s. So, you know, he has to be
How
in
old
his
was Reagan when he went in?
Reagan was
In the early 80s there.
60, in his mid-60s?
That's not too bad.
No, he was still in his 60s, I know that.
What kind of shape was he in by 87, 88?
Well, he was still in good shape then. And the Democrats gave him a lot of shit for his age. They made fun of him, everything else, because he's of his age. They really came down on him because of that. Now they're putting out the geriatrics, you know? Enough. We need somebody who's young enough to get shit done and competent, which we didn't get with Obama.
I don't know. I like Trump, though. I think...
Oh, yeah, I have nothing against Trump.
They're calling him a loose cannon. They say, well, the hair. Oh, who gives a shit about the hair?
Well, you know what? The same old shit hasn't been working. And that's all we've been getting for the last 20 years since Reagan, you know, passed on or left office. We really haven't had...
But you know what, though? Trump is, he don't lie. He doesn't need to
Trump doesn't need to give a shit of what people think, because he has so much fucking money, they can't buy him.
Right, and he says...
He doesn't have to kiss ass to the political parties either if he doesn't want to. And that scares
when he says,
me.
when he says, I'm going to do this is exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He ain't lying.
No, he's not.
First thing I think he's going to do is have a meeting with Putin.
Yeah, well, he will. I know that Trump will try, but he's still going to be saddled by a Congress full of the same old shit. We've been sending the same shit to fucking power over and over and over again. They are all they belong to the political parties. You know, they're owned lock, stock, and barrel, but they don't have independent thought. Not really, not on anything important. So Trump's going to have to battle with that shit.
And now the lights are on.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah, see, the lights roll off.
Which is why I said the best thing ISIS can do for us is just take out fucking DC entirely. Take them all out for us. Do us a
They're all
fucking
hoping
favor.
she gets in. They're not really making that like giving reports, but they're all hoping
Oh,
that
yeah.
she gets in.
Yeah, they don't want Trump in there.
Oh. You see, he was in the ditch. You see that?
Yeah. Bernie's too far to the left, economically. Not so much in other ways, but economically.
You know, Trump's a smart businessman.
Yeah.
Shit, anybody can, you know, maybe he might not be able to fix it, but boy, he'll give it a hell of a try.
Oh, yeah.
He said the first thing he wants to do is unfuck Obamacare. It's the first thing he wants to do.
Yeah.
He said he wants to get rid of it completely. First thing he wants to do. Where are we going to be if she gets in?
Same old shit. No change. Continuation, the same crap Obama's been shoveling for the last 8 years. Trouble is, I don't think we have it in us. I don't think the country can take that any more of this crap. I mean, we're maxed out on fucking credits. We have a major fucking a major world problem with this ISIS crap. And what's going to have to be done over there now? It's too late for a mild solution. It's too late for diplomacy. That's not going to work either. The only way you're going to take care of ISIS is to get medieval, basically. A crusade. That's really the only way you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go over there and kill everybody to end it once and for all. If it means you kill everybody standing, man, woman, and child, then fucking do it. I don't want to spend the next...
the lights lit. You see it?
No, what happened? Where?
He lit up somebody going the other way. Lit up somebody. He was weaving. I see. You see the guy weaving?
The camera did. I didn't see it. I was looking. I was looking at his eyes.
The guy, and then he lit him up.
Yeah.
He was driving to, and you see how fast the guy? There was 3 cars. The cop was in the back, and the guy was going way too slow. Did you see that? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to it.
The car in front was going like literally 20 fucking miles an hour.
Driving real careful because he's real drunk.
He was driving real slow.
Yep.
Get that DUI.
And I blame Obama for this mess, because if he had acted decisively against them at the start of this shit, we could have capped it then. Prevented so much suffering and fucking destruction by acting at that time and taking whatever it cost back then. Now we have to do so much more harm to fix the problem. And not to mention what these people have done over there. Destroying infrastructure, destroying historical artifacts.
Oh, yeah.
Killing tens of thousands of people for no better reason than they don't believe in their fucking religion. Fuck their goddamn religion. I'm tired of these fucking assholes, fucking fanatics causing problems for everybody else. So I don't care if we have to go over there and literally crucify every one of these cocksuckers once and for all. Do it. The world can't be putting up with this shit indefinitely. It's hurting everybody. And a message needs to be sent that if you want to act like a fucking animal, we're going to treat you that way. We're going to put you down like a fucking mad dog. We're going to burn your fields and then salt them and poison them so you can't grow anymore and live there anymore. We're going to destroy your fucking culture. We're going to blow up your fucking mosques. We're going to blow up your fucking imams. We're going to blow up your fucking everything. And leave you in fucking ruins or dead. And if we don't do it, the Russians certainly will. It's a hell of a thing when you listen to Putin over there and you respect him more than your own president. You know, and you wish, why can't we have someone like this over here who actually does have the interests of the nation firmly in his sights and has the balls to fucking do something about it.
He's already praising Trump,
Yeah, he is.
I think that's going to be the first thing he's going to do. He
made a speech over there basically laying out everything Obama's done wrong, and he was right. You can't fucking say he wasn't right. He was.
Didn't he go over there and Putin snubbed him at some presidential
Oh, that was some conference somewhere. That had nothing to do. They weren't supposed to meet anyway. But Putin has very little use for Obama.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not Trump. He snubbed him. Yeah.
Well, the Russians in general have a weird bias against black people in general, especially American black people. I don't know why, because there is no real black population in Russia. So where this prejudice came from, I don't really understand it, unless it was from watching movies or so. I don't know. But they're fighting that to start with. And there was an incident early on when Obama visited there where Russian generals didn't shake his hand. They turned away from him.
Yeah, I remember that about 6 months ago.
But then you can't really blame him for that, because the guy's a schmuck. This is the idiot that handed the Queen of England or whatever a boxed set of his fucking speeches. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck are you, George fucking Washington? Your speeches are something you're going to hand another head of state whose stature is so far above your own that you can... No, they don't want to hear your fucking speeches, and if they do, they can hear it on TV. And then he handed the British Prime Minister a set of fucking DVDs they bought at the fucking airport or some shit like that don't even play on British players.
God.
Meanwhile, he's getting in return a pen made from wood from the USS, from the HMS Resolute, you know, of great historical significance and all this.
Who the hell handed him the Nobel Peace Prize?
Oh, an idiot. Well, leftists. European leftists gave him that. He didn't earn that either. Exactly what pieces he fucking created. His failure to deal with ISIS has caused more strife in the world than anything else. The disaster of fucking Iraq. I mean, that, you know, that can be laid at Bush's door, but still, it was Obama that pulled people out faster than he should have, and it caused it basically, you know, and we had to put him back. But by then, of course, ISIS was entrenched. Same could be said of Afghanistan. Hey, where's his big promises about to fix Afghanistan? Okay, did you know? And it's to fuck up American healthcare quite thoroughly. Constantly carping on, we're improving the economy. Are you? I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it.
Where exactly are you fucking improving the economy, you know? They're fudging the numbers is what they're fucking doing. That's the one thing I like about Trump is he doesn't come from that world. The professional fucking politician. They're in business for themselves, not us.
And hopefully that's what people are going to realize, that he's like, I got my own money, we'll fix it, blah, blah, blah.
Well, the big problem is the entitlement crowd. They're going to go against him because he's going to take away their fucking entitlements. They know it. You know, we've been paying basically ransom to huge populations in various cities to sit still and be quiet, don't bother anybody, here's some money.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, generation after generation of fucking welfare and welfare babies, everything else, illegal immigrants collecting all kinds of benefits in this country, fuck that. Well, you know, the other half has to fucking pay for it. Screw that shit. Then you're going to have the party types who rigidly vote whatever their party's candidate is. Because for some people, religion and politics are exactly the same thing. Politics is simply another type of religion, that's all. It has its, you know, its dogma and its rules and everything else, its Bible. And they will, don't matter if Obama's burning babies in a White House lawn, they will vote for him. Because the party says that's what the candidate is.
Yeah.
Both sides have people like this. They're incapable of independent thought. Well, we'll see what happens.
Use hope, you know.
Yeah. What I like is that there was a poll came out that showed that when people were given like a computer survey or something like that about who they would be most likely to vote for election, Trump's numbers come out much higher than they do when people are asked by another person, a live pollster and shit, who would you be most likely to vote for? And it's like there's a bunch of people out there, mostly white collar types, who are embarrassed by the fact they would vote for Trump. They don't want it known that they're actually going to vote for Trump, so when they, oh, I'm voting for Hillary Clinton because blah, blah. But in reality, they're not. So that could help too. Yeah, they think of themselves as being very progressive and modern and all this. Oh, the idea of a woman president appeals to them, all this other shit. Doesn't matter who it is. You know, enough experimentation.
As long as it's the right woman.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have nothing against that. As long as it's the correct person or the correct woman for the job.
Yeah.
You know, if it was the other way around, it was a female Donald Trump. It'd be, well, you know, you got my
We do not need another president who's never been a chief executive of anything. She was Secretary of State, managed to fuck that up pretty well.
What's to come, you know?
You know, it's like Obama. What was he a chief executive of? Nothing. Before he became office, look how badly he fucked that up.
And then look at the aging process. Look at Lincoln. Look what that did to him.
Yeah.
And then look at how much this guy aged.
And I suspect that Clinton has health problems that they've been hiding. She had a couple of incidents. You know, it's typical of her age that she's going to have something, but I think she has more than people know. They're hiding shit. And it's not the first time a presidential candidate's done that. Eisenhower downplayed his heart condition. You know, Kennedy downplayed his serious back problems.
What about FDR?
FDR was in a wheelchair, but that was actually an old problem. That was not currently affecting him as president. You know, he was not suffering from polio when he was president. That was past already. He was suffering in the after effects of it. But Kennedy, he fucked his back up in the war, and he was on constant painkillers. The man could barely fucking walk half the goddamn time. Eisenhower, he actually did have a heart attack in office, but he'd had problems before that, but that was all swept under the rug. You know, no one knew about that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. And I don't think Bush had any particular problems, but then again, he was younger when he was president. George Bush Sr., he was all right, as far as I know.
Anything wrong with Gerald Ford at the time?
No, Gerald Ford was an Olympic athlete. He was in very good shape.
He liked football.
Oh, yeah, he was a major jock, you know, he's big into exercise, everything. No, he was very healthy. That's why he lived into his 90s, probably. You know, Nixon, you know, he was younger. So, you know.
The Gerber baby. One of the funniest Simpsons we saw about 2 weeks ago was Bush Sr. moves in across the street and it didn't work out. And at the very end of the episode, Gerald Ford moves in. Do you like beer? Yes. Do you like nachos? Yes. Do you want to come over and watch football? Yes. That was the end of the episode.
Now, Reagan, he was actually in pretty good health, except when he got shot, obviously. The Alzheimer's
that brought his ratings up, though.
Yeah. The Alzheimer's came later.
They say that's what got him reelected, actually, they think.
No.
In the second election.
Well, it happened too early in his presidency. You know, by the time he was running for re-election, that was several years in the past. And, you know, yeah, people remembered it, but it wasn't a current event. What really got him reelected is the economy was going gangbusters. People were doing well again. We had pride in America again, you know, and all of that. That's what got him reelected. If he'd gotten shot several months before the election or something like that, then that might have had a sympathy swing, but that didn't work out. And Jimmy Carter was in good shape. Yeah, he didn't have any health problems. He's still going strong. And well, now he's got cancer. But
now, how old is he? I thought he beat it.
He did. He says he's clean now.
He's in his 80s or 90s, right?
No, he's like 94.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's up there.
I like how he narrated the end of that movie, Margo, at the end there.
I mean, considering the man was a nuclear engineer in his youth, when nuclear technology was still in its experimental stages and nuclear reactors and shit, he was in at the beginning of the nuclear navy. You know, involved in all those programs that were going on from the Nautilus on up. And to think what he might have been exposed to at that time. So he's maybe that's what caused his cancer now. Who the hell knows?
Or killed it.
Yeah, you never know. But you know, one thing I remember about Jimmy Carter, wherever a fuck up, he was a fuck up as president, yes. But the one thing he did right, that I would never forget,
going down to Pennsylvania.
Yes, when he went to 3 Mile Island.
That was the highlight.
Because I remember that. Even to myself, well, if the president's there, how bad could it be? You know? Yeah, it was bad. Worse than we thought. Worse than we knew at the time. But
I remember that.
People were panicking. People were very, very fucking scared. I remember that.
I was scared. Yeah, I remember that.
We all understood what nuclear was, and that movie had just come out. A lot of people had seen it already. China Syndrome.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, when he was there on TV, oh, look, it's the president. Wow, he's a 3 mile. Oh, okay, it's not that bad. You're not going to let the president go when there's any real problem, you know.
I remember seeing that being, damn,
yeah.
Are we going to get blown up here? Are we going to get nuked over here? What?
But Carter actually knew what the fuck was going on. He understood it. You know, he had the background and the science background to understand what the fuck was going on there. So when they showed him something and explained something technical, he understood that shit. Because if 3 Mile Island had actually gone like Chernobyl did, it would have been a catastrophic disaster, which we would still be living with today, those that survived anyway. In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania would have been the least of it.
I was just out there was it last year? No, last year. I was out there last year.
Yeah.
right, but we were like, well, we seen it. We were right by him.
Yeah. Is it still operational?
Yes.
I think it is, yeah.
Yes, it is.
The one that didn't melt down, the other reactor's still going. Yeah, they sent cameras into the reactor that had the problem, and it was slagged. You know, they didn't realize how badly it was slagged. They couldn't believe it. It was right on the cusp of no return, basically. Literally, if they had waited minutes even to do something different, it would have been a horrific disaster.
What caused the problem? The valve didn't open or shut?
Yeah, it was a valve that didn't open. It was human error, basically, from what I recall.
The gauge didn't read right or something?
That was Chernobyl. And the China Center movie.
I remember him tapping the little thing.
And then it moved, Yeah, they would turn. Yeah, it's 3 Mile Island. It was human error, that's all. Just like Chernobyl was. People talk about the Russian reactors and all of that shit and bad technology, but you point out it wasn't the reactor. It wasn't the technology. It wasn't the equipment.
It was the asshole that went in there and said, I want this and I want these tests.
It was human error. It was the actions of people that caused the problem, not the equipment.
Yeah, and the guy in there was like, this is not it. I don't care. I'm in charge here. And this is what I want done.
The Russians have lots of nuclear reactors, and they haven't blown up like fucking Chernobyl because, whoever's in charge of them didn't do the same mistakes. But, and the other reactor at Chernobyl is still operational as far as I know.
When they were showing those two guys fishing at 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, well, they're dead.
Enjoying the light show there.
Yeah. They didn't understand what they were saying.
So I figured I'd open the window and get a better picture with the camera. And then there's this funny metallic taste.
And something happened to the pictures when I developed them. They're all streaky.
Yeah.
And damn, I seem to be losing my hair.
Yeah.
And I gotta go.
Too late.
People better understand that we're going to be hit with other terrorist attacks. Worse than what happened in California. That was just 2 individuals. Look at the havoc they caused. 2 people. A man and a woman, no less. This is what the havoc did. Look how many they killed and what they did and how they panicked the whole city. Now, what is going to happen when we get another 9/11 style attack? Which is bound to happen sooner or later. Because they're constantly interdicting shit. But sooner or later, it's like the little Dutch boy with his hands in the fucking dike holding back the leaks until he runs out of fingers. Sooner or later, you're going to miss one. And then what? And what if what you miss is a nuclear weapon or it's other weapon of mass destruction? Do you want someone in the White House who can handle that or who can't handle that? Has to be seen if they're stupid enough to actually do that, because someone in their leadership has to understand what the consequences of that would be for them personally, because we wouldn't be talking about just taking out some terrorist leaders someplace. Yes, we would do that, but if they lit off a weapon of mass destruction in the United States, the public outcry would be so tremendous that the leadership would have no choice but to respond massively, and probably using weapons of mass destruction. They'd have to be thrown out of office, impeached, everything else. There'd be no avoiding it. 200 million people up in arms screaming, you better do it now.
Yep.
Hit them now. They're gonna hit us again. Do it immediately. We don't care what you hit over there, hit them all. Start with Iran and work your way down the list. Everybody. Have the North Koreans do it too while you're at it, just in case. That's when the phones will ring in the fucking Kremlin. It's the President of the United States. There's going to be a widespread nuclear reaction in about 2 minutes against numerous targets in the Middle East. Just letting you know. We're not shooting at you. And by the way, if you want to join in, by all means, hit whoever you want. We ain't going to say shit. maybe they'll start with the Israelis first. The Arabs do that. They're more trigger happy than we are. And they have a shitload of bombs. They have enough bombs to wipe out all life on Earth.
A few times over,
yes, they do. And they probably, they do have some delivery systems too. They have some missile systems capable of mounting a nuclear weapon, and, you know, they could use it. And they would use it. If their backs were truly to the wall and they knew they were going to lose something, let them go. You're all coming with us. You know, they were ready to do that in 1973. Very, very close to it. Or was it 67? Might have been 67.
Oh, from that movie when they...
No, from real life. The Yom Kippur War and the Six-Day War, you know, when Jordan, Syria, and Egypt were pounding Israel on three sides, and the Israelis looked like they were going to lose. They latched nuclear weapons onto jet aircraft, and those aircraft were sitting there on the tarmac with the engines running and ready to go on a moment's notice, waiting for the final order. God knows where those bombs were bound, but they were going to be used against somebody. But the Israelis got the upper hand and they kicked some serious ass over there, and they ended up using conventional forces. They saved the country, you know, they turned the tide. But if they hadn't, they would have gone down. Israel would have disappeared under an Arab onslaught. But you know what? It would have been short-lived, because there would have been no Egypt, no Jordan, and no Syria, and whoever else they decided to hit just for the hell of it. Mutually assured destruction. You're not taking us out because we're taking you with us. Don't consider it an attack on Israel. You know, consider it mass suicide.
Thank you for tripping my light. Oh boy, no cops tonight, just the one.
Maybe they've been better at hiding. Or they'll be out a little later, possibly. Parties are still going on.
Oh yeah.
It's only 1:57 in the morning.
You get a report from Terry on how her weekend was?
You think she's gonna remember? Yeah. That's asking a bit much. I did something this week. I don't remember really what it was. It's kind of a blur.
And she always denies it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, actually, she doesn't, because then she spills it all.
Yeah.
And the time her sister ratted her out.
Oh, that was. I wish I could have seen the look on her face.
You did. It was in the video.
I'm not drinking. I don't drink. I don't.
Yeah, we weren't drinking. Oh, we were drunk, and yeah, okay.
She comes over. Oh yeah.
Really? Oh, very interesting.
All right. Let's see. What is this now? Friday morning.
This is Friday morning. Yeah.
Well, I'll see you very soon.
Yeah. Saturday night. Usual time, I guess.
Let me know how the tin snips work on the cardboard, because that's what I use it for.
I'm sure they'll work.
They're lightweight and they.
Yeah, it'll be good when I have to make a box.
Man, one of the cats is out there.
I'm sure they all are.